Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. And that little clip that I just showed you, Meghan seems to be controlling Harry. A lot of people are saying, oh, she's controlling Harry. You know, and he's afraid of her. We should look at that. And they didn't stay together. So a lot of people are saying that it was very, very staged. You know, the umbrella. There's definitely some stuff there. But today I want to focus on the Queen. You see she's wearing these massive gloves way past the wrist. And this is because of the virus scare. Okay, this is the first time in 30 years that the Queen, now she has worn gloves on other occasions, but never to, not in 30 years has she worn gloves to an investiture ceremony. And these are just like ordinary folks, you know, getting small awards. We won't know the names of any of these folks who got these awards from the Queen that day. But she's 93, so she's in the risk zone. So I want to kind of explore some of these questions because they're talking about currency. They want to outlaw currency transactions over $10,000. I mean, are they trying to... What is the government doing? I mean, is there something weird going on with this virus scare? Because it seems really mild. Okay, at most, like 3% of people will die from this. That means 97% of people who get it are, after they get sick, they're going to suffer no ill effects. And I got sick, you know, last week, first flu in 20 or 30 years. That might have been the C virus. Okay, I'm not allowed to say that word on YouTube. And I'm completely fine. I mean, there's this tiny little cough hanging on. Anyway, with regard to what happened with Harry and Meghan, Piers Morgan says, even I was charmed by Meghan and Harry's joyful grinning in the rain photo. So why don't they do more of this and less of the hypocritical preaching and moaning? I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Piers is always spot on. Love Piers. Okay, so the Queen is wearing gloves to the investiture. First time in 30 years. She's 93 years old. Okay, so the people who are at risk for this virus, even though it's a very low mortality rate, 2, maybe 3%, is there something virus, you know, something really important about the virus, the C virus, that the government is simply not telling us? Or is it complete, or is this scare completely overblown? I mean, they're just making a mountain out of a molehill. This is the boy who cried wolf again and again and again, and you know, everybody's buying all the toilet paper and they just keep crying wolf. Is there something serious they're not telling us, or is this completely overblown? Because there have been much worse, you know, like the Spanish flu. I think it had a kill rate of 25 to 40%, and that was much, much worse than this. Far worse than this. So, is there something important they're not telling us? Cross. This is like the spine. The cross is like the spine, the foundation, the player, something very specific about this foundation. Yes, there is something very specific about the nature, the really deep foundation of this virus they're not telling us. Cornucopia, everything material, spread among the people, contagion, you know, conflict. Communicating this contagion, they're manifesting communication of this contagion. 12 and 13, 25. Spread. 7 hearts is Star Bethlehem. There's a million billion stars in the sky, so it's spread. Just a big scatter shot. So, yes, interestingly, there is something very specific about this virus that the government is still not telling us. And it's really important. Something about this virus they're not telling us is really important. And they're manifesting this spread. That's interesting. We have Magi. Magi is a manifester. They're creating this spread. One of the things they said is that the coronavirus was designed in a laboratory. The C virus is designed in a laboratory. And that there was actually like a major lab 2 blocks from the wet market where the patient 0 was identified in Wuhan. So was the virus designed in a laboratory, you know, for this purpose? Is this a manufactured virus? Was it designed in a laboratory? You know, very intentionally. Oh, look at that. Okay, was it designed in a lab? Cornerstone, 10 diamonds, and devil. Okay, these are solid foundation cards. 21, 25, 7 hearts. Very clearly it was designed in a lab. Okay, the devil intends evil. The devil doesn't have a real plan. Just tinkering with it to see what they can do. But yeah, they created it. It's designed. Okay, because of these foundation cards. So someone acted upon an existing virus and made it stronger and gave it a longer incubation period and things like that to make it more communicable. So one of the tricky things about, you know, viruses is that the longer the incubation period where people are not showing symptoms, the wider it will spread. And so that seems to be like a main characteristic that makes it very communicable. And this virus, I think it will lie dormant, and it also stays on things like currency and doorknobs for like a long time. It will still live, and that's also very important. But somebody tinkered with it and created the foundation of this virus. What's right on the surface? Crossroad, roadblock, water into wine. Water into wine transforms. 10, 18, 5. 5, 5, 5. Change, change, change. And transformation. Decisions to create this problem on an ongoing basis. Yeah. So this was man-made. It's man-made. And somebody really tinkered with this virus. And they let it out. Just to see maybe what would happen. Okay, so there's now reports that that this virus is being transmitted on currency. Okay, and they're trying to outlaw cash transactions over $10,000. Are the globalists trying to eliminate paper currency using the corona scare? Because we all know, hopefully we all know, that when the Antichrist comes, one of the things he's going to do is he's going to eliminate paper money. And you can't buy or sell without the mark on the right hand or the forehead of the person. And people generally think that that's a computer chip, you know, a smart chip implanted in the hand or the forehead. So is this a plot? Is this a globalist plot to eliminate physical cash? Five hearts is just let's see what happens. Strongly rooted, opportunity, 9 and 11, 25 spades, roadblock. A strong opportunity, and just kind of see what happens. They just released it to kind of see what would happen. And this is one of a variety of effects that could occur. What's underneath? Olive tree, Star of Bethlehem, and cup overflowing. This is a great contagion card, 10 hearts. 8 hearts is a great contagion card. 10 hearts is a great contagion card. Hearts are blood. So we're seeing a lot of blood. It gets into the blood. It gets into the... Clubs are body. This is a body card. This is a body card. So 6 clubs, Jack of clubs, great body cards. Hearts are blood in health readings. Okay, so underneath we have olive tree, strongly rooted in this direction, and contagion. 13, 23, 6 clubs. I think they just wanted to see, it's kind of a wait and see. They just released it to kind of see what would happen. And what's happening is a lot of economic disruption. That's what's happening. It's a pretty small virus, but a lot of economic disruption has occurred. Okay, and we've seen the stock market take wild dips and swings very recently. All right, let's take a look at Harry and Meghan. Is Harry afraid of Meghan? I mean, because he seems to be completely under her control. Like she's Svengali, and he's being trained like Pavlov's dog. And she keeps jumping in front of him. She's signing before him. She pulls him out of conversations and takes over conversations. Is Harry afraid of Meghan? I mean, does she hold that kind of power over him? Kind of in the abusive sense of she's afraid of him. Ooh, 10 spades. So are we seeing Harry being afraid of Meghan? City, in all the people, finger of God, outside, and on a progressive basis. 12 and 8, 5 spades. There is a problem here. Houston, we have a problem. 5 spades. Imposing her will on an ongoing basis in the world. The problem is she's very controlling. She's very, very controlling. And she's even doing it in public. Meghan is very controlling, and she's even doing it in public. What do we have underneath? Earthquake and roses. 13, 4 hearts in the family, close relationships. It's a disaster. Earthquake is the worst possible result. It's just destroying it's destroying the harmony in the relationship. So Meghan is extremely controlling. She's really all about control. And we can see this in the way that she deals with the media. She literally will not tolerate any news story that she doesn't think is just absolutely wonderful and shines the best light on her. And she'll sue people. She's constantly threatening to sue people. She's constantly, claiming victim status. She's being abused. People are treating her unfairly. This is constant. This is constant. Is Meghan... Okay, so that says she's super controlling. Let's just ask it straight up. Is Meghan controlling? That says to me that Meghan is super duper controlling and it's destroying their relationship. Is Meghan controlling? Interesting cards. Lovers, very close relationship. Many people, butterfly. Okay, butterfly is beautiful, very light. So on the surface, the close relationship in front of the very beautiful, keeping up appearances of the loving relationship in front of all the people. Okay, so everything looks fabulous in front of everybody else. 2 spades. But the relationship is broken. Okay, everything looks beautiful. We just saw that. Wow, she presented really well. Everything looked great. But the relationship is broken. Underneath, the relationship is really terrible. They're fighting all the time. They're not staying in the hotel together. Harry is with another woman. So it looks beautiful on the surface, but it's terrible underneath. What's hiding underneath? The karmic relationship, secrets, and pain, and joining. So this is bookended. We have still together in the relationship, but there's secret pain. So there's a lot of problems in the relationship. 10, 16, 4 spades. And it's probably ending, 4 spades. Okay, so a lot of people are predicting that this relationship is going to end in divorce. I would just say, just being Captain Obvious here, Harry needs to get out of this relationship. It's going to end. Okay, if he doesn't leave first, she's going to dump him once she gets what she wants. And she very nearly has everything she came for. So his time is short. Your time is short, Harry, old chap. You need to get out. All right. What do we have here? Okay, is there something about this virus, something very particular about this virus, something important that the government is not telling us? Yes, there is something very particular. The player, it's one thing. The player gets in and gets out. He's very about his business. He goes straight after what he wants. Okay, so the spine of this virus, there's something about it that they're not telling us that's very important. There's something about it. Okay, so it seems like, to me, I mean, there's this big scare. Everybody's buying all the toilet paper. And because, out of peer pressure, I just went and bought some toilet paper yesterday. Just to see if there actually would be toilet paper available. And there was. So there's something about it. It's not completely overblown. It seems really overblown to me. Was it designed in a lab? Absolutely. An evil person created this, and they just kind of let it go. They released it. So an evil person, a person with evil intent, did create this. Are they trying to eliminate cash? It's a little of this and a little of that. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not eliminate cash? That's one of many things we want to do. We just kind of want to see what's going to happen if we let it out into the public. That's what it's saying. Let's just do this and see what happens. It's not like so many people are going to die. It's just like a 2 or 3% kill rate. So let's just see what happens. Economic disruption. What can we parlay out of this disaster kind of thing? On to Harry and Meghan. Is Harry afraid of Meghan? Meghan is incredibly controlling. That's what this says. And it's 7, 12, 20. Yeah, and it just is creating a problem. And this sweet appearance that we're seeing, it's like a dead body underneath. Okay, that was really beautiful presentation. It was really great, but they're really not getting along. The relationship itself is like a train wreck. Okay, so it looked really beautiful. Harry and Meghan, she's always touching him, holding his hand. It looked really beautiful, but it's a train wreck underneath. What does this say? Is Meghan controlling? On the surface, everything is beautiful for the public. Okay, for the public face, wow, it couldn't be nicer. Okay, but the relationship is broken. What's underneath? There's a lot of problems and pain underneath in the relationship, but they're still together. And so I do see them still together, but Harry is seeing another woman now. Okay, that's how bad it's. And he didn't stay with her at the hotel. So the relationship is going really horribly, but they're still together. So I don't know. I'm going to keep an open mind, and we're just going to play it step by step, and we're going to see what happens. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Buy me a cup of tea if you wish. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment.